Good afternoon, everybody, and a very warm welcome to Japan. It's been quite a while. We're at Kobe, just across the bay from Osaka Kansai International in Japan, and of course, Land of the Rising Sun. Freeware all day today, so departing from this wonderful Freeware Kobe International, and we're going to be heading out to Haneda, Tokyo Haneda initially, which is the SAMBO handcrafted Haneda, of course, with a freeware improvement mod which aims to try and make it a little bit better, I guess. And then we're going to head further north up to I think Hokkaido, off the top of my head, new Chitose Airport, Sapporo. We're in the flybywire A32NX experimental branch. We've got the Latin VFR custom ground vehicle pack for the Asia Pacific region, and this is some really cool freeware. They've got the off in the distance over the terrace area, you can see the bridge, because this is a pretty much a an airport similar to Kansai that has been plonked into the bay over the water, so it's an artificial island, if you like. Good to see 4 people with us today. We've got ATC online as well, Tokyo Radar, Tokyo Control, and here we are in the ANA livery. Hello to everybody in the live chat. David A, hello to you. So 2 sectors today. We've got the landing rate monitor tool fired up, ready to go. We've got the Luke Air tool for cabin announcements, Volanta, NAVER, and FlyLife Studio at the top of your screens, that should give you guys the readouts as we go along as well throughout today. Bakazata, good afternoon to you. Sasha, the short code to the airport is UKB, or the actual ICAO code is RJBE, which is the one that we've programmed into the MCDU. Doctor on board, good evening to you. Thanks for planning today's flight. So, while the controller does his stuff, to everybody else in the vicinity, we're going to have a little look at what we can expect from our departure out of Kobe. So we're here, stand 5 in the centre of the terminal area, and even though we've got a bit of a tailwind, we're going to be expecting to depart using runway 27 into a, I think it's about 6-7 knot tailwind. Kobe 5 departure, so climbing out over the bay. Osaka Kansai is this little square here, and we're then going to head right towards steel, climbing through 6,000 at or above, and then round over the land, heading just north of Osaka International, RJOO. We're going to break off at Sanda down to Shuttle. First leg, about an hour, a 46-minute flight time as we fly across the central portion of Japan into Haneda, one of my favourite places in the world, and we might be potentially spotting the hotel that I used to stay at again in Yokohama, which is kind of in this little bay area here as we make our way into Haneda. At the moment, I think we're expecting one of the northerly runways, so that would add up as well, but we'll see as we get a little bit closer what we get, if the weather changes and that sort of thing. Mikhail, hello to you. David Bartley, good afternoon. And Jay, good morning. Sasha's going to join today on VATSIM. Fantastic. So, I love flying around Japan in the sim. It's fantastic. Really nice scenery usually as well. Great controllers, and it makes it a little bit difficult because you're trying to work through their accents and things as well. In our flight plan, you can see we've got the Kobe 5 departure programmed in, up to Shuttle, and our perf page is complete, though I need Doctor on board to give me the stats, as he likes to do, for engine outs and thrust reduction, acceleration, altitudes, destination fuel below minimum. Interesting. We shouldn't be. We've got plenty. I think that'd be more for diversion.
Tokyo Center, Cathay 549, passing flight level 170 on climb, flight level 200.
Let's see, RJTT. I don't know if he's got CPDLC working today. RJTG.
Direct to waypoint Ibeno and climb to flight level 340, Cathay 549. Inform.
No active ATC, yeah, so he hasn't got CPDLC, but that's fine. Right, where are we? We're at Kobe, stand 5, and there was a note on the Tokyo Centre's controller stuff that says if we've got weather information at the airport via METARs and things, advise that we've got information Oscar. So that's what we will do. Tokyo Centre, good evening. All Nippon 416 stand 5 at Kobe with Oscar. Request IFR clearance to Haneda, please.
All Nippon 416 clearance, clear to Tokyo International Airport via Kobe 5 departure, shuttle transition flight plan route. Maintain flight level 310, squawk 3457.
Clear to Haneda, Kobe 5 departure, climb and maintain flight level 310, squawk 3457, All Nippon 416.
All Nippon 416, feedback is correct. All station for depart from Kobe Airport, depart from runway 09, Kobe Airport, depart from runway 09.
Damn it. Three, 4, 5, 7. So we're going to have to change this slightly because we're departing 009 now, which is fine. What it means is we've got to effectively we're going to be flying the exact same the exact same SID that we sort of went through a minute ago, but actually we're going to depart the other way first with a sharp right hand turn as we climb initially. All good. Departure 09er, Kobe 5 via the shuttle transition. Insert. So now it's going to look like that instead. A little bit sharper. There we are. Like that.
Roger, just maintain 10,000, cleared via the Dandy Alpha arrival.
Although now it doesn't want to insert, fantastic.
2976, double.
Now just to make sure things haven't broke, I want to make sure that we've got this pretty much set correctly here. So 520, right turn, intercept, 333, KN.
All Nippon 745, clear direct to Kurobe. Direct to Kurobe, All Nippon 745.
Okay, yep, that looks good. QNH 1007 at the moment, let's turn the VORs on. He's told us flight level 310, so that's our cruise. We shall set it. I think we're ready. Well, now we know we're going to be pushing back, facing the opposite direction to what we were thinking of, so we're going to pre-plan our pushback now, and we want to go to 09 is the other way now, so we've got to go this way. Jesus, he's having a party. There we go. That'll do.
20.81 unable, maintain 1000.
Cockpit to ground. This is ground. Stand by.
Okay. Buck's going to get into position.
20.1 is again, maintain 1000, contact Chitose approach 120.1.
Contact Chitose approach 120.1.
Hello there, this is
break. Delta 222, descend via star to 1500.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is
1920, thanks, 3023.
the parking brakes are
Delta
set.
222, too noisy, unreadable. Descend via star to 1500.
We're cleared for start and push. Okay, cleared for push start.
All Nippon 416 at Kobe, stand 5, request push start.
hello there, this is DA 1676 testing. Pushing
release parking brake.
I've clearance. Thank you very much.
Speed about 1676, standby, and another calling request pushback, also standby, break. Delta 222, descent unlimited 1,500 feet.
I didn't hear what he said about pushback. Hey.
Delta 222, AFAM, altimeter 2955.
Please release parking brake. Please
All
release
Nippon
parking brake.
49 other confirmed requesting pushback.
All Nippon 416 requesting pushback.
All Nippon 416, pushback approved, runway 27. Correction, runway 09.
Pushback approved and runway 09 All Nippon 416.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
So,
Speed about 1676.
quite a difficult stream to sort of participate in, I guess, with the accents and things.
Speed about 1676, clear up for UDT.
Welcome on board.
And if you're BA, whoever that is calling up as BA, your call sign should be Speedbird.
Safety instructions.
手荷物は重ねないように座席の上の物を入れ、または前の座席の下に収納してください。手荷物が滑り出る恐れがあります。
Please place your baggage in the overhead compartment or under the seat in front, and do not stack items on top of each other, as they may fall out.
通路や非常口付近には手荷物を置かないでください。
Nothing should block the aisle or exits.
離陸着陸の際は座席とテーブルを元の位置にお戻しください。
Return your seat and table to the original position for takeoff and landing.
ベルト着用サイン点灯中並びにお座りの間は揺れに備え常にシートベルトを緩みのないようお締めください。
Please keep your seatbelt securely fastened whenever you are seated, in case of sudden turbulence.
外す場合は金具の片方を
All
持ち上げてください。
Nippon 490, standby for pushback here, company.
電波を発する状態の電子機器はご使用になれません。
The use of electronic devices that emit radio waves is prohibited.
電源を切るか機内モードなどに設定してください。
Please turn them off or set them.
I do like these views.
機内は通路を含め禁煙です。化粧室でのタバコは電子タバコ。
Harry H, good afternoon. Welcome.
Smoking and the use of all smoking devices is prohibited in the cabin, including in the aisle.
Ooh.
緊急時は
Okay, now we're good.
に従ってください。
Tokyo
In case
International
of
Airport
emergency,
via
please follow
Kobe
our
3 departure,
instructions.
Shuttle
酸素マスクが降りてきた際はマスクを
New sounds, boosted sounds. Sounds fantastic.
If oxygen masks drop down, pull a mask towards you. Place it
Love
over
this
your
pre-planned
nose and
pushback
mouth.
function as well. It makes stuff so much more immersive.
Remove your own mask and then put the oxygen mask directly onto your face.
ゴム紐は頭にかけ長さを調整します。
Put the elastic band over your head and adjust it by pulling the ends.
衝撃に備える姿勢をとります。
In an emergency, brace for impact.
非常口は飛行機の左右両側にあります。お近くの非常口をお確かめください。
Emergency exits are located on both sides of the aircraft. Check your nearest exits.
We definitely need to do some more flights around
Remain seated.
Japan,
and
of
wait for
course.
instructions.
What is the call sign for BBX Osprey flights? Osprey.
Photography is prohibited during evacuation.
手荷物は一切持たないでくだ
As
さ
if you had to ask that.
い。の妨げやスライドを破損する恐れがあります。
Leave all
Sasha,
baggage
what's
behind,
BMW
as it may hinder evacuation or damage
61676?
the slide.
ハイヒールは脱いでください。先の尖ったものはスライドを破損する恐れがあります。
Remove high-heeled shoes and other items with sharp points, as these may damage the slide.
両腕を前に伸ばし上体を起こして滑ります。
Put both arms out, sit up straight, and slide
descend
down.
by a
ス
star
ライド
to
下での援助をお願いします。
Roger,
Assist
descend via
other
start at 4,000
passengers
Alpha
after sliding
on 780.
down.
Confirm landing
飛
runway.
行機から離れます。
Move away from the aircraft
expect
immediately.
Yankee
救命員は座席の下
like
または横にあります。
Okay, Alice,
Life
Yankee,
vest is
runway 02
under
start
or
approach.
beside your seat.
頭からかぶり、両方の金具を止めないにかけ、左右に引いて締めます。
Slip the life vest over your head,
Okay, 4,000
fasten the buckles, and tighten the straps.
非常口または翼の上で
request taxi.
前の引き手を強く引いて膨らませます。
Inflate the life vest at the door or on the wing by pulling the red
Next to hold
tabs
point
down.
09 on the
波が足りない場合
416.
は両側のゴム管を吹きます。
If you need more air, blow into the tubes.
Next to hold point, runway 09 on Nippon 416.
Please look at the safety instructions
All
card.
Nippon 490 after clearing you are behind. Traffic
Max.
pushback approved, runway 09.
That's all good.
If you require assistance or have any questions, please contact a
Delta
cabin attendant.
222, you are 10 miles from Perry. Clear for IRS Zulu, runway 27 approach.
Danny, very busy.
Speed of around 676, standby for pushback.
Okay, send off 371 out Golf 10 at Kobe, ready for push start.
Double transmission, another calling second request for pushback.
Osprey 71 Alpha Golf, Kobe stand 10, ready for push start.
Osprey 71 Alpha Golf, after clearing you are behind Airbus A320, taxi out, pushback approved, runway 09.
That's David. Controller's very busy, Danny, so he's actually controlling pretty much all of Japan. Got a rogue Hyundai from Korea skidding around, giving us a lead. Where did he come from? Danny, I think they're just on high. It is rather cool though. There's the Kobe print on the side of the runway. Flaps 1 plus F are stable. Let's go takeoff config test.
Mike India Sierra Tango Oscar.
Lovely.
Request descent.
And then we shall get the cabin secure. Pete, hello. Time for takeoff. Welcome, I hope you're well. Having a good weekend. It's super sunny in the UK at the moment.
2952, Mike India Sierra Tango Oscar.
Viva 1676, what number, Mike?
Speed of 167, this time pushback approved, runway 09.
Pushback is approved.
Meta RJBE. Are we at RJBE? I think we are. Let's have a look. Yeah, RJBE. Good stuff. So QNH 1007. At the moment, winds are 050 at 7 knots, all the 9s. View cloud 2,000 feet, scattered 4,000, broken 9,000, and temperatures plus 8 degrees Celsius. Dew point plus 4 degrees. No, I think so. We do Austria, hello. That is the Luke Air Tool. Games mix, wow. Good morning to you in New Zealand tomorrow. Welcome from the future. This looks like a fantastic little airport, and I think, I haven't looked at the stars, but I think it probably would be quite a challenging airport to arrive into because you've got Osaka Kansai on the other side of the bay, just over the water, which would obviously take predominantly most of the traffic here, and it's likely it'd be quite complex.
All Nippon 289 Tokyo control scope. All Nippon 289 scope 0416 and
Just going to pop them out the belly a second.
0416 only.
Turn that on, put that on auto.
Tokyo Control, good evening. Japan Air 280 Heavy passing 13,000 for flight level 170.
Japan Air 280 Tokyo Control, ground maintain flight level 270.
So I wanted to have a little look at this side of the fence because I noticed all these rocks.
Japan Air 289 Tokyo Control, radar contact.
It's pretty cool. I love it with, yeah, when you get freeware that's really highly detailed, it adds so much to the immersion. But in any case, we want to reposition the drone camera. It's about here. Now that is some moody cloud in the distance, so we're going to be entering fairly shortly after takeoff. Alan Crazy, good afternoon, Muddy Funkster. Hello. He's so busy. I'm just giving him time to clear others at the moment.
Onipo 416, wind 0507, runway 09, clear for takeoff.
Runway 09, clear for takeoff on Nippon 416.
All Nippon 289,
ready for taxi.
Please prepare for takeoff.
All good.
All Nippon 289 with you.
And Ikamomo's no blue.
Radar contact, unable even altitude for eastbound to accept. Reliable 370.
So a little bit of a technical departure for us, doing 09er for a takeoff. This is 500 feet, and then we've got to turn right. We'll use the flight director to begin with, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So nose a little bit down on the brakes. Add some power. Don't forget to smash the like button while you're here today, folks, if you are enjoying the live stream. Off the brakes. And add the power. Now, interestingly, there's flex. Didn't hear it click. My bad. Jay, hello. Now, I'm using quite a bit of right rudder here, just to stay central. There's the others. B1, rotate. And it's positive rate. Gear up.
Tokyo Control, Japan Air 145 with you, flight level 390.
And at this point, we need to start turning right.
Squawk 1343, Japan Air 145.
Max rate climb at the moment. You can see there the flight director commanding us. But try to be very careful here, because if you increase your rate of your angle of bank, you will find that actually you end up getting very close to alpha floor.
Maintain flight level 390, Japan Air 145.
See, like that, because we're right on the edge, so the aeroplane won't let us activate that. Now it will, because we've got that little bit of safety margin. There's a free look demonstration. Climb and maintain flight level 310 on Nippon 416. Let's just continue up.
78, descent to ditch, flight level 160 by TEDx.
So, I mean, look how steep this rate of climb is for us here. Oops. Definitely not got my camera view set up nicely today, have I? But away we go. Now we're there. Thrust lever climb.
Delta 222, taxi the gate.
Ladies and gentlemen, this moment will be offering hot entree. Today's menu will be chicken with
Enrique, hello. Last time you flew on MSFS with the flybywire A32NX. About 2 months ago. Yesterday you completed a flight with the flybywire that's been updated, and the amount of things they've done is absolutely amazing. Yes, it really is. Disarm the spoilers. Enrique, yeah, very steep. That is the nature of this particular standard instrument departure. Max rate of climb, basically. 5,000 at the moment. Climbing away. It's still very steep for a climb.
Speed about 1676, hold short of runway 09, do not cover.
Just two, hello. Live stream indeed. I'm covered at work, so now I've got something to watch, so thanks. Fingers crossed the trains don't break, because I don't want to have to go to London today. Good grief, yeah, that doesn't sound fun. Do they break often? Do you see this little kink now that we're doing as part of this procedure? Ivan, hello. I really don't know, to be totally honest with you. El Diablito, yes, usually. Sometimes you might want to turn them off if you're sort of departing very high altitude or something like that. You can get a little bit more power out of the engines. Well, I actually remembered the TCAS today, folks, as well. You'll be pleased to know. Look at that. Remarkable. In fact, probably going to be too slow for me to get round. So the only thing I'm unsure about today is the Haneda improvement mod that I've installed. It's freeware on flightsim.to. I don't know if it is safe to use at the moment or not. We'll find out when we get a bit closer, once the scenery begins to render in. When it all breaks and I get to crash the desktop. I hope not. Really hope not. There we are. I mean, we can just enjoy this. I know we're going to bust through 10,000 feet shortly. But we probably already have done that. And we'll be accelerating up to our cruise altitude of flight level 310 today, and our sort of higher speeds, 280, 290 knots or so. Oh, Belita, nice. Good stuff, that's great to hear. In about 6 months' time, I'm going to be down there somewhere. So very excited for that. Long overdue trip to Japan.
11,000 by all at Japan 280 heavy. Japan 280, expect to orient east Alpha arrival for ILS Zulu runway 27 approach. Expect all at east Alpha approach for ILS Zulu runway 327 Japan 280 heavy. Skymark 101 contact Sapporo control 119.3. Skymark 101 contact Sapporo control 119.3.
In some ways, saying MSFS is definitely the best sim. I think so too. I think it's pretty good. Especially the current situation of the sim over the next few months, as we're adding in things like the PMDG 737 and all that sort of thing. I think it's just going to be quite incredible, isn't it? It's going to be. This is going to be the next few months where MSFS really starts to pull itself away from the rest. I saw a little light down here somewhere, which is one of the guys behind following. I know. Ashley, good afternoon. I hope you're well. Amar, Japan is a great place. The people are very welcoming. It sure is. What is the local time for British Airways flight? So it's night time already in Japan, but I've wound the time back. It's about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the evening maybe at the moment. $22.30, there we go, Doc, thank you very much. Let's turn all the lights off like we should do now, because I will. There we go, that looks a bit better. And we can do that too. 20,000 feet already, look at that.
76, wind 3604, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
Enrico, yes. I mean, that's got to be coming out in the next few months, surely. FedEx Sims A320, the MSFS. Right, so we're flying into Haneda. Let me show you something on Volanta. It's a nice little trick I regularly show on the channel whenever we do live streams, and the option is there, of course. A couple of screenshots in already for our flight so far. There was our little departure that we did.
Go ahead.
And all because Osaka Kansai is there. So a little technical. All good fun. Over Kyoto in a minute. And then you draw a little line from there over to shuttle. And then we're going to be flying into Haneda, and Yokohama is the district that I used to stay in. And in fact, if I zoom in enough, Tokyo Bay, the hotel used to be in this little bit here. And I'll point it out as we get a bit closer as well. I always love to see it in the sim, very exciting. But if we zoom into the airport, Haneda, and we tick, we'll click the button there, we can click online ATC, and we can see that we've got approach tower and ground online. Interestingly, there's no ATIS. If there was ATIS online here, we would see it. But there we go. In fact, the tower frequency has the ATIS. Landings runway 34 right and left, departing runway 05. Expect ILS Zulu runway 34 right approach. Wind 020 at 15. Light showers, rain, few clouds, 1,000 stratus scattered, 6,000 cumulus, and broken 7,000 cumulus. Temperature 9 degrees, dew point +7. QNH, what's 2958. And Charlie. And that is our route for today, or the first leg of two. Let's get those off. So using that information, we can expect ILS Zulu runway 34 right. So ILS 34 right Zulu, we can select that as so, and we want the so many SIDs and stars. ZAC 1 Alpha, but it's not actually ZAC, it's Oshima 1 Alpha arrival. Which takes us over Oshima VOR. And we want Arlon Cream Singo. Let's have a little look. So Arlon. It'll be Arlon. Can't see Cream. Oh no, there's Cream. Where's Singo? Can't see Singo. Anyway, we'll select Arlon, and that is going to look like that. So flying in via Oshima, we're then going to be flying on this first leg here, this most northern of the two via Anzac, 13,000 at 230 knots, just around the edge of the coast, up to Wanda, west to Wedge as we fly directly towards Yokohama, which is about here. And then we're going into Tokyo Bay, descending down for final approach into Osaka. In fact, we're not going into Tokyo Bay because at Wedge we're going Oshima 1 Alpha up to Arlon, which is that one there. Wedge at 8,000, north to Arlon, and then our final approach in. We've been told 3-4 left, so approach. 3-4 right. ILS Zulu. Like so. There's Singo. Yeah, so we're going to be approaching via Arlon anyway, and then into Camel, Cacao, and then on the glide slope. But when we get a bit closer, that could all change, as it does very regularly. But we'll insert that as it is at the moment, and we can also prep. We can be well ahead of the game if we want to. We can go into the RadNav page, and we can make sure that all of this matches up. So we can delete the 2 Kobe VORs that we were using. ILS DME 108.9, ITC, and a course of 337. That matches. We'll do a Cat 1 ILS 220 for MDA, and you can see there with the glide slope Cacao at 4,000, then for a 3-degree glide slope down to the threshold. We got the Haneda VOR 1122. Hotel Mike Echo, we can tune that in ready. And that's all we really need to sort of worry about at the moment. But if you look at the missed approach data here, it says climb on a heading of 337 to 800 feet, turn right, climb to 4,000, outbound via the Haneda VOR, radial of 015, and then SYE VOR radial 196, inbound to Casca and hold, contact Tokyo approach. So there's actually another frequency there, SYE 196 117. So we could tune that if we want to, but I don't think we'll need to. Now we'll look at the approach plates to see if there's anything here that could help us. And there isn't really one, no. There's OHMAR there, which is a hold, published hold if we need it, but we probably won't. I'll likely tune that in just in case. 113.1. And we can stipulate that we want OHMAR, like so. So we're already at cruise. Fantastic.
Okay, 123, go ahead.
123, change it to Squawk 2114.
Nighthawk, fantastic. Good to hear. Currently no trains to Eastbourne thanks to a burst water main. A lot of people are off sick right now with COVID. Wow, okay. Yeah, that sounds busy. Enrique, this is the experimental version of the flybywire A32NX. And Tazzy, yeah, it tends to be fairly turbulent on occasions around Japan actually. You can see we're almost, well, we're almost there. We're almost at top of descent already. 120 miles to Spence, 140 to OHMAR. Terry's Volanta, volanta.app. Yeah, Doctor on board, if it changes to 3-4 left, then that's all fine, but I'm just going by the ATIST information that's on Volanta, which is being put on by the controllers itself. Or themselves, I should say. Blasting along, look at the 130 knot tailwind.
Direct Sanda, on 490, roger.
Direct Sander, don't know where that is.
You can leave cockpit, report back to cockpit.
In some ways, thanks for joining Discord. Yeah, 131 knot tailwind pushing us along, so we're making a huge amount of progress, but it does also now affect our top of descent because the wind is going to be pushing us closer to Haneda all the time as we're trying to descend down towards it, so we would therefore have to probably descend a little early as well. 119.4. for Tokyo approach.
Juliet Alpha 321 contact Tokyo approach 1199.4.
Under the 119.4, it's a gear up,
Oh, nice. He's giving you a little shortcut then to sort of keep up with us. That's nice. If we play our cards right as well, actually, we should now be trying to spot, there we go, Mount Fuji. Found her. And literally, actually, the other side of, fantastic, it always does that. Still don't know why. Sort the drone camera out a second. There we are. Getting some strange stutters today, and I don't know why. Rather out of the ordinary though. So if we draw a straight line between our aeroplane and Mount Fuji, which is just over there, Haneda is literally the other side of it. When we get into our approach, it's going to get really busy for us as well. So OHMAR, followed by ANZAC. So we're just going to have to check this to make sure we don't have any discontinuities. There's ANZAC. $130. Nabil, thanks for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. So ANZAC's speed constraint 230 knots and also 13,000 feet. So that's going to be our point of reference for calculating. Trying to work out our top of descent and things like that. Here comes the typical bumpiness over Japan. So suggesting we need 60 miles, I'd probably add 10. Actually, I'd probably add 15. So we want ANZAC, ROG. 104. So we've got that ready, and we can just monitor that as we go too. Simbrief didn't give you a star, David. You should have one from our routing in the live streams in Discord. XAC 1 Alpha or ZAC 1 Alpha, OHMAR 1 Alpha. It'll be referred to as OHMAR 1 Alpha. And we're already picking up the VORs for both. There's Mount Fuji. Hamamatsu is down below us at the moment. Shizuoka and Suragabe down here. Might be under the nose. Could well be. The weather's starting to... or the cloud, I should say, is starting to break up a little bit, giving us a nice view of the ground below. Stability in the sim is quite frustrating at times, isn't it? When you start to get little stutters and things, you can't really work out why. Most of the time, the stutters never make sense. Tokyo's very busy at the moment as well. Right, 72. Progress 85. What did we say we needed? 75 was it? Enter destination data. QNH. Wait, inches of mercury 2958 I think. I'm just going via the METAR.
All Nippon 416 descent to reach flight level 220 by Spence.
Descend to flight level 220 via Spence, or by Spence on Nippon 416.
Control Japan Air 280 heavy established ILS Zulu runway.
Magwind
Japan Air 280 runway 27
06013. Wow, okay. Well, that is an interesting crosswind for us. And the Barrow from the charts. What have they suggested here? Expect ILS Zulu 34 left. Okay. I'm going to pin 34 left and 34 right just in case, so I can quickly refer to either should I have to. 34 left via Arlon is 218. And I reckon we could do a flaps 3 landing actually here. Alpha 10, vacate Alpha 10 most of the way down. Sounds like a smart idea. Yes, let's do that. So we'll do comp 3. How are we doing for descent? Not doing too badly here. We'll activate landing flap 3 mode above. Sasha, you need to use the charts for the ILS stuff. You can't ask the controllers for the frequencies. If you're not sure, just ask in the live chat here and we can try and work it out for you. But you're taking up a lot of airtime having conversations on the frequency. 218.
Tokyo Control, Japan Air 145 with you.
Flight plan. Arrival. 34 left, Zulu, by the looks of it now, isn't it? Oh, Zulu 34 left, so let's just program that in. And we need to quickly find Zach 1 Alpha. Bar Cream? I don't want to go in Var Cream. Oh, it is Var Cream. Fair enough. And we'll have a quick check of these. That looks good.
Tokyo Control, good evening again. 7316.
So is that going to be via Epson? All on Apollo. It's via Cream, yeah, I can't see Cream on there. Oh, it is via Epson. Right, okay, so. Tokyo approach 119.4 for All Nippon 416. Arigatou gozaimasu. Tokyo approach Konnichiwa All Nippon 416, descending for flight level 220 inbound Spence.
All Nippon 416 Tokyo approach, runway 34 left, expect ILS Zulu, runway 34 left approach, fly heading 08 vector 21.
Expect ILS runway 34 left, Zulu ILS All Nippon 416.
Nippon 416 fly heading 08 vector 21, disarmament fly level 150.
Would you just go again with the heading, please? You were muffled, and was it descend flight level 110?
Nippon 416 heading 080, disarmament 10,000.
Oh. Heading 080 and altitude, descend flight level 110 on Nippon 416.
All Nippon 416, descend maintenance 10,000.
Send 100 on Nippon 416. Whoa. TWB saying text please, I don't understand voice. I'm going to get rid of the music as well because that's distracting when I'm trying to sort of listen. So we've got vectors. I need to recheck the RadNav page. Right, Trouble 1. RS Zulu 34 left, let's unpin that one. 337 is the course, 717 IHA and 1122.
2,000 feet for flight level 170 inbound to RAM. Climb by SID, flight level 170, Japan Air 1NX.
Pania 712 Rico direct approach, climb 6 flight level 170.
1 6 and 74. If you ask me a question, what runway is that? When I asked.
It's runway 34 left, Sasha. They've said a few times now. Right, what do we got? Anzac, Arlon, Wanda.
Japan 712 direct Bruce, Columbia 6170.
Our next frequency, hour 1181. There's some intense focus.
I got the runway that you're accepting the vertical left view, but I don't have the stick that you guys are accepting.
Speed of 1676, I tell you on the instruction, so shut up please. Japan 712 control Tokyo control 120 response 5.
Roger, contact channel 120, calling in 5, destination.
Yeah, that all looks correct, doesn't it? Wait, Jarlon. The rest is there. QNH is going to be 2958.
Tokyo approach Osprey 7 for Golf with you, descending flight level through flight level 230 to 220.
Osprey 7 Alpha Golf, Tokyo approach, runway 34 left, expect ILS Zulu, runway 34 left approach.
Expect ILS runway 34 left Zulu approach, Osprey 7 Alpha Golf.
Osprey 7 Alpha Golf and clear via OHMAR 1 Alpha 9 bus.
Say again, Osprey 7 Alpha Golf.
OHMAR 1 Alpha. I've turned it right up for me now.
Alpha arrival, Osprey 7 Alpha Golf.
I'm trying. I mean, it's difficult flying in this part of the world. The accents are quite different, but it does add that layer of challenge.
Osprey 7 Alpha Golf, fly heading 090 vector to Arlon. Descent 10, flight level 150.
Heading 090, flight level 150, Osprey 7 Alpha Golf.
Now it's making me think he... It's making me wonder if he told me 10...
Go ahead.
What is the transition? It's flight level 140, so... Have we been given 10,000? Yeah, you know what, that's probably about right, actually. Awesome, actually, isn't it? He's told me flight level 100, but I'm quite conscious.
エコゼタファリス32リズムノーマルスピードリードバック
Resuming normal speed, good job.
Hello there,
I'm quite conscious that
hello there, this is Seabird 1674, continue.
we're effectively passing Anzac at speed here, but we're also now below transition, but I've not got a QNH, so I think I'm going to do 2958.
今度は東京コントロール120デシマル5
Tokyo Control 120.5, Japan Air 119er.
エコゼタファ32リクラーディレクトアロ
I'm trying to. Was that us?
エコゼタファ321リクラーディレクトアロ
That's fine. We've got a number of other aircraft around and ahead.
Tokyo approach, good evening, Cranier 2702, now airborne passing 3100.
これは2702東京アプローチラダーコンタクトこれはスイッチフライボー170
Roger, climb maintain flight level 170, Cranier 2702.
Yeah, because it's shouting at us now, saying we're below
東京タワー118デシマル1
transition.
181降りてよ78
God, this is busy.
エコゼタファ321メンテン5000テラーロンクレアド50ランウェイ34ライトアプローチ
Parallel approach is in play as well, so we might get an aircraft alongside us. Yes, Ashley. I shan't comment. That's on. They're on. I'm going to put those on now because I've got a feeling it's going to get quite busy. And I'm going to activate approach mode now. Definitely said flight level 100. Didn't say 10,000.
日本1132リクラディレクトクリームリセントリーチ4000バイクリームクリア50ランウェイ34ライトアプローチ
It's a shame we can't see Yokohama, which is down here. Games, thanks. I'm having to concentrate so much. Which is why I am not talking so much at the moment. Low water brake, GPWS flaps 3, let's just arm that now. Descend and maintain 8000 on Nippon 416. Okay, so now we're down to 8000. I'm going to use QNH 2958. I think that's about right. Although there's a bit of a bit of a discrepancy there. Was that us? The left 360 on Nippon 416. This is so intense. On. All cool. Through the cloud. Now that's potentially we're a bit too far out still. Just check the rad nav. Trouble 17. Direct Arlon and descend 5000 on Nippon 416. Speed 230 knots on Nippon 46. Reduce speed 190 knots on Nippon 46.
Osprey 71 Alpha Golf, reduce speed to 210 knots.
Reduce speed 210, Osprey 71 Alpha Golf.
Okay, here we go.
皆様、着陸態勢に入りました。
I'll do 185 just to help. And what worries me is the fact we don't have an ILS thing at the moment. 34 miles out, perhaps we're a bit too far. We shan't panic yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now making our final approach. Please securely fasten your seatbelt. Please return your seat and table to the original position.
Uni, Marrakesh, good afternoon to you.
Please place your baggage under the seat in front of you.
And wow, 30 minutes to Marrakesh, Osprey 193, fantastic. Thanks for flying with Osprey. Hope you're enjoying the liveries. Terry, yes, absolutely.
Tokyo approach, All Nippon 1132, confirm direct cream or direct via star.
So there's somebody below and descending.
Descent to reach 4000 by cream and cleared for ILS Zulu runway 34 right approach, All Nippon 1132.
He's in here somewhere. This could get interesting. We've got one ahead. Direct on and cleared ILS runway 34 left approach All Nippon 416. Bridge speed 180 knots on Nippon 416.
Good, 16 and 74, going down to 20.
Right. This is intense.
1676 Tokyo approach, runway 34 left, expect ILS Zulu, runway 34 left approach, turn right heading 150.
I'm going to use second stage of flaps just for a bit of drag here. I might actually hold this at about 170 because I've got one in front, 5 miles.
Speed on 1676 and ILS Zulu, runway 34 left. 123, contact Tokyo Tower, 118 decimal 1.
Into the clouds. There's me go. I'm looking forward to seeing Yokohama, and we've not even had a chance to see it.
Tokyo approach on the pod 490, flight level 235 for 220.
All Nippon 490 Tokyo approach, runway 34 left, turn right heading 140.
Heading 140 and expect 34 left on the pod 490.
Speed 1676, turn right heading 150.
150 on the pod 490.
Osprey 71 Alpha Golf, regional navigation, director
What a shame, it's incredible, isn't it?
Direct all on Osprey 71 Golf.
Osprey 71 Alpha Golf, maintain 5000 until Aaron, clear 50, runway 34 left approach.
And it's not too bad at the moment, to be honest. There's the diamonds.
Cleared to all on Osprey 71 Golf.
Osprey 71 Alpha Golf, clear 50, runway 34 left approach.
ILS Zulu 34 left, Osprey 71 Golf.
Speed 1676, runway 34 left. Expect ILS Zulu, runway 34 left. Speed 1674, what is the heading again? 150. 150. Okay, thank you very much. And what, quick one. What is the, 150, please. 150.
So 5,000, there's the glide slope, there's the lateral navigation. We're on the lateral, which is good.
Speed 1676, turn right heading 180.
19 miles.
Turn right heading 180. All Nippon 669, contact Tokyo control 120 decimal 5.
181. What do you reckon the landing rating's going to be, folks?
All Nippon 416, please, All Nippon 416, contact Tokyo Tower 118.1.
Contact Tokyo Tower 118.1 for All Nippon 416. Arigatou gozaimasu. He's super busy. Tokyo Tower, All Nippon 416 established, runway 34 left, ILS 17 miles.
All Nippon 416, Tokyo Tower, good evening, runway 34 left, continue approach wind 070 at 13.
Continue approach, speed 170, All Nippon 416. Okay, 16 miles. We're holding speed 170. Terry, it is quite difficult. There's about 12 aircraft all flying in, and he's trying to balance it against all of this, basically. 90, you've got 99 foot per minute as well. That's all good. I've already pressed this, but I haven't heard the other announcements. Missed approach 4,500. That's set. Where's the runway? Yes, that's what I'm worried about.
Tokyo Tower, good evening. All Nippon
Here we go.
ILS Zulu runway 34 right approach.
Ooh.
Spot 55.
We've got someone behind us here somewhere.
1132 Tokyo Tower, good evening, runway 34 right, continue approach wind 070 at 1.
Oh, hello.
Runway 34 right, continue approach, All Nippon 1132.
Can't see him yet. I'm also looking out for Yokohama. What are we now? 11 miles. We'll go to 8. We're descending quite nicely. Attitude's looking good. We're going through some fairly thick cumulus and some sort of towering cumulus as well. I want to see Yokohama, which is through here somewhere.
416 Tokyo Tower, number 1 traffic now landing low, runway 34 left clear, to land wind 070
Clear to land, runway 34 left, All Nippon 416. Gear, flaps. Missed approach is set, and we know what we're doing should we have to execute that. I'm not going to be too busy about requesting here.
Established ILS, runway 34 left.
See, there's that guy, he's in front. Got a few in front. At this rate, we're not going to see anything. Oh, there we go. Lazarus. No. Here comes the cloud base. Look at this. Reveal yourself. Oh. How cool. There's a screenshot. Let's reduce to final approach speed now. We still drone camera. I really want to get a good picture, but it's just not going to happen, is it? The question I'm still yet to answer, can I see my Yokohama? No.
Nippon 1132, number 1 traffic over threshold runway 34 right, clear to runway 070 at 13.
Clear to land runway 34 right, All
Look at
Nippon
that.
1132.
Remarkably cool. Now let's see if I can risk this. Oh. We're going to turn the autopilot off in a second once I've had a little go at very quickly getting a screenshot with Haneda. So, hello, thank you. Are you one of our controllers today by any chance? If so, thank you very much for all of your patience. Let's do this.
Wind check arrival, wind 070 at 13.
Look at that, so cool.
500.
Okay, let's focus.
400.
It's land mode.
100 above.
Continue. For minimums.
Minimum.
We've lost the glide slope a little bit there, but that's fine. We're visual with runway.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Come on, hold the flare, hold the flare.
All station Tokyo Tower, information, Foxtrot, QNH 2 minus 6.
Look at that. And that's the nose wheel down. Smooth landing, minus 71 foot per minute. I'll take it. Use most of the runway.
16 turn right, contact Tokyo ground 121 this one. Nippon 416, contact Tokyo ground 121 this one.
Just about to reply. Contact Tokyo ground 121.7 on Nippon 416. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Osprey 71 Golf Tokyo Tower, thank you for waiting. Now runway 34.
What are we on here? Alpha 12, I think. Tokyo ground, good evening, All Nippon 416, vacated on Alpha 12, request taxi to gates. Get my pen out. Ah.
Nippon 1132, turn left available.
Oik.
525 to ground, go ahead.
すみません、私のスポットに737が一つあるんですけど、ちょっと
They're using alternate approach, aren't they, still?
こちらから言うことができないんですけど、ちょっと移動してもらうことってできますでしょうか。
わかりました。ちょっと声かけてみますね。
ありがとうございます。
Tokyo ground, All Nippon 416, good evening, vacated on Alpha 12, request taxi to gates.
All Nippon 416, good evening, Tokyo Tower. Please say again your position.
Holding short on Alpha 12.
Nippon 416, okay. Okay, good evening, Tokyo ground. Taxi to spot via your discretion.
Taxi to standard discretion on Nippon 416.
Tokyo ground, good evening, All Nippon 1132, now landed
Oh, where's where is it? Gate 53, wasn't it, Doc? Let's have a look. Where is that on my charts? Oh, it's all the way around there. That's another good grief. Oh yeah, we're going all the way around the airport. Danny, it's a wonderful skyline, isn't it? Look at that.
Your spot is now another traffic is spotting, so can you change the move to another spot? Roger, 1.74, I will change it. Thank you for cooperation.
So, Juliet, do the routing I did a little while ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, the aircraft will come to a stop in a moment. However,
somebody touched down.
101 gets 80 clear to Chitose, passing flyover 260.
I'm quite sure what we saw there. Huge collision. That for a skyline.
Request flyover 250. 250 is available, so your cruise altitude is available 250.
Wow, thank you. Your Japanese pronunciation is much better than your Greek. Says it all, doesn't it? So, both very bad. Mr. Johnson, it's the Luke Air tool. It's available to download for free on flightsim.to. It's really good. It's got a pack sim thing on it as well. I want to turn GPWS flap 3 off as well. And we're on kilo.
Evidence fire, climb to flyover 250, squawk 1367, Hotel Masari 101. Hotel Lima, Charlie 102, lead back is correct, departure runway 34 right, report when ready for pushback.
Echo.
Departure runway 34 right, report when ready for pushback, Hotel Masari 101, thank you.
Tokyo ground, Osprey 71 Alpha Golf, vacated 34 left at Alpha 12.
Bravo, Victor, XA, 71 Alpha, Golf, between Tokyo Grand. Taxi to stop on your discretion.
Taxi under discretion, Osprey 7 Alpha Golf.
Now, what within the Freeware Haneda improvements mod, does anybody know what exactly it does to improve the scenery compared to the Asobo version, or it's pretty much what most of what we're seeing at the moment, the default Asobo handmade one?
Hotel Masari 102, confirm Roba 1 Alpha departure.
53 is one of these.
Hotel Lima, Charlie 102, Hotel.
In fact, there it is.
Question. Roba 2 Alpha departure. Romeo, Oscar, Victor, Echo.
Oh, that was that horrible bug where if you're looking as you're steering, it will veer you across.
Roba 2 Alpha departure, Roba 2 Alpha departure, Hotel Masari 102. Ground, good evening,
In some ways, no problem. We're about to start leg 2 once we've done a little turnaround. Gate 53, Terminal 2, David, all the way around the other side. I'll see you in 10. I think it has VDGS as well, doesn't it? This. There it is, VDGS.
All Nippon 219, good evening, Tokyo ground clearance for you. Clear to New Chitose Airport via Lower to Alpha departure, police transition, flight and route. Metric variable 170, Scope 1346, lead back.
Too far. Brilliant.
Say again the squawk code for All Nippon 219er.
That's a basic VDGS.
1346.
Roger, clear to New Chitose Airport, over to
We'll
Alpha
slow it down.
departure, Bruce transition, climb to flight level 170, squawk 1346, All Nippon 219er.
All Nippon 219er, lead back to correct. Departure runway 34 right, report when ready for pushback.
Report when ready for pushback, runway 34 right, All Nippon 219er, thank you.
Is it going to say stop? No. But I'm going to suggest, seeing as we're on the line, that'll be enough. And we'll turn engine 2 off. Definitely broken.
Clarity New Chitose Airport, correction, departure, street, correction.
Aircraft, jetway.
Transition, initial climb 170, squawking 1333, only button 15.
And then we can get these kicked in. We've got the Latin VFRs, custom ground vehicles as well. So we've got the ANA trucks, which is all cool. Very cool. Right. He's super loud. Let me turn him down. So our new call sign is going to be All Nippon 77. So let's just reconnect. Ta-da! It was runway 05 for departure, wasn't it though? Just need to check our sim brief routing to make sure it is. Okay, no, departure 34 right. So, we'll change the thing at the top of your screen, so RJTT to RJCC. And All Nippon 77 for the new call sign. For leg 2. MCDU, ATSU, AOC, init press, and we'll pull the new data in. AOC, there it is, weight balance. A little bit lighter for the next leg. Wesley, hello. Mr. Johnson, no, you don't need to.
Okay, and I'm clear to New Chitose Airport, lower to Alpha, departure for transition, and climb to flight level 170, squawk 1311. Open 385.
Oh, I've done that too soon.
1.385 is what thank you. Pushback up blue, runway 34 light, space south.
Because you want to wait for boarding. Which is all of this to finish. And also we need to look at our actual fuel requirements for the trip too. So within SimBrief it's suggesting 5313 kilos. So inside the EFB we can quickly refuel 5313 kilos. And you can have it on instant, fast or real for refuel speed. I'll just use fast for now. And we can also pull this in and it will give us that visual data. 2959 inches of mercury now. Init A, RJTT to RJCC.
Ground only for 715, ready for push startup.
Where's the plane?
715, pushback up to runway 34 right. West east with apron, clear hotel taxiway.
58?
Roger, push and start.
I'm trying to work out where on earth we are. There's Tokyo in the background. Right, there we go. Okay, perfect. Thank goodness.
Test IFR clearance to Chitose Airport for flight travel to correction 310.
Interesting, the models mirror with the baggage door.
Sorry. All Nippon 1052.
You see, interestingly, we've got all of this super brightness on the ground, but further up it's just really dark, so I don't quite know what it's doing with the way the visuals render inside the sim. The Haneda visual improvement mod is very nice.
Clear to the Chitose Airport via robot Alpha departure, first transition, flight 70,
look at that.
squawk 1360.
Looks pretty good. Right. Danny's going to fly along. Awesome. Oh, sitting at Haneda can see BA and Osprey, but the gates are filled with C-17 Globemasters, over a dozen of them. Have you got any like ground traffic stuff turned on, aircraft traffic and things, or?
Tokyo ground All Nippon 219, request pushback and engine start.
All Nippon 219, pushback up.
Let's get our clearance, because I think it should be the Rover 2 Alpha departure, but I'm not entirely confident.
Pushback and engine start approved. Make short pushback facing north.
It could be anything, let's face it. Rover 2 Alpha RNAV, which is that one. Tokyo ground on Nippon 77 A320neo at stand 53, request IFR clearance to New Chitose.
Nippon 77, good evening, Tokyo ground clearance for you, cleared to New Chitose Airport via Rover 2 Alpha departure, please transition, flight path. Meteorological 170, squawk 1341, feedback.
Oh, my pen stopped working. Cleared to New Chitose Airport via the Rover 2 Alpha departure, AGRIS transition. Initial climb to flight level 170, and just repeat your squawk, please, on Nippon 77.
Nippon 77, squawk 1341.
And squawk 1341 on Nippon 77.
Nippon 77, lead back is correct, departure runway 34 right, report when ready for pushback.
Wilco on Nippon 77. Happy days.
290, request pushback and engine start.
3, 4, right. Rover 2 Alpha. AGRIS.
Ground on Nippon 715, request taxi to runway 34 right.
And then we clear the discontinuity. Jolly good. And then our squawk code. Oh jeez. What was it? Scribbled over it. Is it 1341?
Runway 34 right, taxi via Whiskey Hotel, full short Charlie, Japan 55.
Oh god. David, fatal landing. Oh no.
Nippon 3805, runway 34 right, taxi via Echo 8 Charlie.
Mr. Johnson, yes, that would be a lot easier, wouldn't it? I'm sure it's 1341. Oh, yeah, I'll go with that. If it's incorrect, he'll correct me, I'm sure. LS, no, sorry, FD. Okay, so let's have a look at Navigraph with our new departure stuff. So, runway 34 right, climb on a heading of 338, at or above 700, turn right, direct to Torum, which is there. To Pluto, to Kaji, to Spoon, at or below flight level 150, to Rover, at or above flight level 120. So Rover Bruce, and then Agri. And he's cleared us to 170 first. Let's see. Pushback, we should face towards the runway, and we can expect taxi via Echo Charlie, maybe via Echo 9 Charlie, all the way down to Whole Point Charlie 1. I thought I heard somebody fly, but we also need to reload Navigraph, sorry, Volanta as well, so we can start the new flight, add a flight plan, check for sim brief. Our route today pretty much just takes us due north all the way. We can clear this. Catering, baggage, jetway. That's finally updated. Let's see. That's still the same. David, fantastic. Elevation, runway 34 right is 28 feet at, yeah, 28 feet at threshold. David, no problem. Hope you enjoyed the first leg. Bit of a challenge, wasn't it? That's all good, that's all good. That's all done, except for thrust reduction. I'm sure Doc will sort that. And they're over to Alpha. We've got any VORs that we need to tune for that? No, it's all RNAV. Happy days. Toram, Pluto, Kaiji, Spoon, Rover, Bruce, Agri, and then Yankee 11.
I'm taxiing kilometer triple right, but there is one traffic on the left side. Can you instruct us? 1.715, you are number 1 traffic. Hotel taxi via Hotel Starlight Charlie. Roger, Hotel Charlie, 1.715. 525, you are number 2 traffic. For those
random stutters, bizarre. 17,000. That's all good. You know what? I think we're in a position where we're there. Steep climb again. Lovely. So we want 3028.
Facing south, Korea 291.
And off we go to New Chitose. Ame, hello to you, welcome. David, yes, it was tough, wasn't it? Right. I mean, the flights into Haneda at the moment are just mega. There are so many aircraft flying in, all flying into RJTT as well. Interestingly, a lot of them from New Chitose.
118 decimal 1, no report, Japan Air Flight 5, thank you. Okay.
All Nippon 77, stand 5-3, request push and start, please.
All Nippon 77, runway 34 right, Pushback out delivery, face to south on Romeo.
Pushback approved, facing left on Romeo and on Nippon 77.
Nippon 77, on face to south on Romeo. Bridge, All Nippon 3805, contact Tokyo Tower 118.1.
Straight on Romeo.
Contact Tokyo Tower 118.1, All Nippon 35, requesting that side.
Good night.
David, thanks. I think that's what he said.
All Nippon 219, contact Tokyo Tower 118.1.
Contact Tokyo Tower 118.1, All Nippon 219er, thank you for service, bye bye.
Well, we've lost the tug, but that's fine. Let's get the seatbelts on.
Oceana 777, thank you for waiting, clearance for you, ready to copy.
Keep smashing that like button, folks.
Oceana 777, clear to New Chitose Airport, via Nova to Alpha departure, brief expansion, flight and route, left flight level 170, stroke 1307, redirect. Oceana 777, sorry, say again, please lead back please.
Facing south on Romeo, thank you.
Book 1307. Oceana 777, lead back is correct. Departure runway 34 right, report men ready for pushback.
Nighthawk, I'm not sure what to suggest there.
Ground All Nippon 1052, take 234 right. All Nippon 105.
There's an Osprey.
Right, taxi via Echo 8 Charlie.
The gold liveries, you've got to be a gold frequent flyer to be able to get access to the gold livery. So if you have them inside the VMR, then it won't necessarily work for you.
Taxi via Echo 8 Charlie. Taxi via Echo 8 Charlie, running 34 right, All Nippon 1052. After Charlie 101, service in altimeter. Hotel Lima Charlie 102, now Tokyo, QNH 2958. Compound 295.
We'll go with that, that looks good. There's another little stutter, bizarre. I think that's pushback complete.
Roger, altimeter 29058, Hotel Charlie 101, question 132.
Yes, it is. Good stuff. So, park brakes on. Jay, fantastic. You know, when I'm focusing really hard, I sort of, I stop talking so much.
Ground coordinate 2901, request taxi to runway 34 right.
Coordinate 2901, runway 34 right, taxi via Mike 2, hold the short of Charlie.
That's all good for now.
Taxi via Mike 2, hold short of Charlie, coordinate 2901.
Get our taxi.
Tokyo ground, good evening, Nippon 7316, pick up Charlie 10.
Hey, look at that. Double ANA.
Nippon 7316, clear to begin Tokyo ground, taxi via Charlie, Echo 9 to spot.
Taxi via Charlie, Echo 9 to spot, 57 Nippon 7316, thank you.
All Nippon 77, request taxi.
All Nippon 77, runway 34 right, taxi via Echo 10, hold short of Charlie.
Taxi 34 left, Echo 10, hold short, Charlie, All Nippon 77. That's spooling down. So Echo 10, hold short Charlie, because we've got the ANA in front there to come out, looking to the left towards Tokyo. In fact, we're going to get a beautiful view over Tokyo Centre.
Contact Tokyo Tower 18.1, clear correction, All Nippon 052. Clear me out to 901, contact taxi via Mike 2, Charlie.
Continue taxi Mike 2, Charlie.
Holy what? Look at that.
All Nippon 77, contact taxi via Charlie.
Continue taxi via Charlie on Nippon 77. Oh, mega. Safety demo time.
Inspiration of Japan.
Arigatou
Welcome on
gozaimasu.
board.
機内の安全についてご案内します。必ずご覧ください。
Please pay attention to the following safety instructions.
手荷物は重ねないように座席の上の物入れ、または前の座席の下に収納してください。
One of finals as well. We've got the
Please place your baggage in the overhead compartment or under the seat in front, and do not stack items on top of each other, as they may fall out.
通路や非常口付近には手荷物を置かないでください。
Nothing should block the aisle or exits.
離陸着陸の際は座席とテーブルを元の位置にお戻しください。
Return your seat and table to the original position for takeoff and landing.
ベルト着用際、転倒中並びにお座りの間は揺れに備え、常にシートベルトを緩みのないようお締めください。
Please keep your seatbelt securely fastened whenever you are seated in
couple
case
of
of
aircraft
sudden
parked up there as
turbulence.
well, which looked awesome.
金具の片方を持ち上げてください。
To
Behind the
unfasten,
Korean
raise the
7-3.
flap.
電波を発する状態の電子機器はご使用になれません。
The use of electronic devices that emit radio waves is prohibited.
電源を切るか、
Couple of heavies over there as well.
Please turn them off or set them to airplane mode.
機内は通路を含め禁煙です。
118.1、clear to 91、ありがとうございました。
ここで禁止されています。
Smoking and the use of all smoking devices is prohibited in the cabin, including in the aisle and lavatory.
緊急時は乗務員の指示に従ってください。
In case of emergency, please follow our instructions.
酸素マスクが降りてきた際はマスクを強く引き寄せ、鼻と口に当てて呼吸します。
If oxygen masks drop down, pull a mask towards you. Place it over your nose and mouth and breathe normally.
ご自身のマスクなどは外し、酸素マスクを直接つけます。
Remove your own mask and then put the oxygen mask directly onto your face.
ゴム紐は頭にかけ長さを調整します。
Put the elastic band over your head and adjust it by pulling the ends.
衝撃に備える姿勢をとります。
In an emergency, brace for impact.
非常口は飛行機の左右両側にあります。お近くの非常口をお確かめください。
Emergency exits are located on both sides of the aircraft. Check your nearest exits.
Contact tower 118.1 for on Nippon 77. Arigatou gozaimasu.
脱出時の撮影は禁止です。
Photography is prohibited during evacuation.
手荷物は一切持たないでください。脱出の妨げやスライドを破損する恐れがあります。
Leave all baggage behind as it may hinder evacuation or damage the slide.
JAL 777's about to depart. This is VATSIM consecrated, yes.
Remove high-heeled shoes and other items with
Multiple
sharp points, as
heavies.
these may damage the slide.
両腕を前に伸ばし上体を起こして滑ります。
Put both arms out, sit up straight, and slide down.
スライド下での援助をお願いします。
Assist other passengers after sliding down.
すぐに飛行機から離れます。
Move away from the aircraft immediately.
救命医は座席の下または横にあります。
A life
Trying to
vest
snap a
is under
screenshot.
or beside your seat.
頭からかぶり、両方の金具を留め金にかけ、左右に引いて締めます。
Slip the life vest over your head, fasten the buckles, and tighten the straps.
または翼の上で前の引き手を強く引いて膨らませます。
Inflate the life vest at the door.
Definitely some instability in the sim at the moment. Weird stutters.
If you need more air, blow into the tubes.
安全のしおりをご覧ください。
Please look at the safety instructions card in your seat pocket.
お客様はお知らせください。その他ご質問がありましたら、客室乗務員にお尋ねください。
If you require assistance or have any questions, please contact a cabin attendant.
Japan 586 Alpha 12. Japan 586, sorry, 遅れましてごめんなさい。Now, contact Tokyo Ground 121.7. Tokyo Ground 121.7 Japan.
Tokyo Tower, All Nippon 77 on Charlie. .1194 for the second.
Tokyo Tower, Korean Air 2901, we are short of taxiway Charlie 3 and waiting for your further request.
Korean Air 2901, hold the present position.
Hold present position, Korean Air 2901.
All Nippon 385 Tokyo Tower, thank you for waiting. Window 080 at 11 now with 34 right clear for takeoff.
Runway 34 left, 34 right clear.
Miguel could be, and yes, it is a Korean Air in front. Look at this. Super busy.
Tokyo approach Nippon 56, approach me final runway 34 right. This is Tokyo Tower. Tokyo Tower 56, approach me final runway 34 right.
Oh, look at those blocks, that ruins it. We'll just focus on the 777 that's departing. There's Tokyo Tower in the background as well. Good grief, that's a high takeoff. Oh my god. Where's he going? That is that like a Toga departure or something? I think that wasn't a 777, that must have been some sort of fast jet. Life Begins, hello, welcome. Could well be something to do with the pilot, yeah. Sure, that's AIG model matching, but very soon actually we will have the PMDG 737. The MSFS. Super busy.
Go ahead, only but 19.
Okay, Pan. Yes. It's afterburners.
Roger, number 1, hold short of people right at Charlie 219.
Give over to the moon. That's it. He's been investing in GameStop. Rocket ship to the moon. That's watch a touchdown as well.
Number 3, hold short of runway, Charlie 2, Korea 291.
Nippon 56 Tokyo Tower now with 34 right clear to runway 080 at 11. Clear to runway 34 right to 56.
Where can I position this? Maybe about here. And that's potentially going to look awesome on a screenshot. Pruden, this is great though, it's busy, it's fun. Granted, when there's about 50 in the queue, it's not great. Life Begins, we are departing Haneda now, soon. And we're going to be heading off to Stockholm. We're going to be heading north to Sapporo, or New Chitose Airport. He's going to pop in any second now. Here he is. Oh, Dreamliner. God, he's landing short. Oh my god. But I'm not taking a screenshot of that. Oh! You see, VATSIM velocity doesn't hide anything. You know what? I wonder if it's VATSIM that's causing problems today. He's still trying to steer. Wow. Uber's chasing Monarch. That's a cool song I've not heard for a little while. Korean Air has been told he can hold short Charlie 2. Hell Dragon, literally. There's a little ANA Star Alliance 7-3 about to depart there from ouch. That requires a good grief emoji. Jay, fantastic. Yeah, ominous clouds all around, isn't there? Oh, peekaboo. Asiana sneaking in.
Contact Tokyo Grand 121 117 56.
The good thing is this is a flight sim, so it doesn't matter too much.
Careful takeoff, rising for right, 1.1052. Ticket tower, telemetry 102, approaching Charlie 6.
Hotel Lima Charlie 102, hold present position, very busy departure.
Hold my position, 34 right to departure, Hotel Lima 102.
Brooding, you're right, it was, wasn't it?
Thermometer 102, verify my standard for taking off.
Oh, big bird. Oh, for goodness sake. I give up with external cameras at the moment. MSFS seems to be really hating them. People still getting the frames per second problem.
Continue taxi, hold shuttle, Brunei 34 right, Charlie 2, Korea 291.
105 contact Tokyo approach 119, correction 119 additional 4.
Definitely want to watch that 777 depart. Uni, fantastic.
Delta 7 runway 34 left, clear to land, wind 080 at 10.
Delta 7 34 left, clear to land.
Everybody's going to RJCC. Fantastic.
All Nippon 219 Tokyo Tower.
Go ahead, All Nippon 219.
All Nippon 219, thank you for waiting. Wind 080 at 10, runway 34 right.
Little rainbow over there.
Clear for takeoff, All Nippon 219.
All Nippon 77 Tokyo Tower, good evening.
Last message, All Nippon 77.
You are number 3 departure, hold shuttle runway 34 right at Charlie 2.
Number 3 and hold short runway 34 right at Charlie 2 on Nippon 77. Have we stumbled across an event by accident? I feel like we have. I feel like we've flown into an event without realising.
Voice very small, check microphone please.
Off he goes.
Voice very weak.
Who's that? It's very quiet. Brian, good afternoon. Is that an Osprey? Head into V-Pilot, turn your
Monitor Unicom 122 decimal 8, good 8.
Monitor Unicom 122 decimal 8, All Nippon 129er. Oh, correction, 219er.
So you can't turn right here until you at or above 700 feet. Why is he descending? He's definitely descending. Yeah, there we go. Consequator, yes, indeed. If you have a little look, he's still descending. That's worrying. Now he's starting to climb. Oh my god. I didn't realise there was an event. RJTT to RJCC. Awesome.
Hold the present position.
Sorry, can you say it again?
Hold the present position.
Hold position. That's what they're saying.
China 777, hold the present position.
Hold current position in China 777.
Let's get that part brake on.
Korea 2901, wind 080 at 10 runway 34 right at Charlie 2, Korea for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Korean Air 291.
Now the plan is going to be depart, get autopilot on as quickly as we can so I can get out of the aircraft and actually try and get some decent screenshots of Tokyo below. So I'm going to set the drone camera up ready as best as I can, like so. Korean's off. Korean Air 737. Off he goes.
How about Charlie 3 intersection departure?
Roger, requesting distance and departure Charlie 3.
Thank you, Hotel Lima.
That looks a bit better.
You are number 1 departure, runway 34 right, so at Charlie 3.
We had no idea there was even an event. That explains why it's so busy. Love it.
4 minutes to Beverly.
Korea Air 291, monitor Unicom 122 decimal 8.
Monitor Unicom 122 decimal 8, Korean Air 291.
I'm guessing the event is starting to end now.
Delta 7, so Tokyo Tower, sorry, now contact Tokyo Ground 121 decimal 7, お疲れ様でした。
Ground 127 Delta 7.
Hotel Lima Charlie 102 runway 34 right at Charlie 3 line up on the way.
It's the wind there.
Line up on the Hotel Lima Charlie 102.
It's a shame that Sobe model is so bad. Bubble Extra, I have no idea. Yeah, I really don't know. I don't know what that. I don't know what that aircraft is supposed to be.
My call sign is
Asiana 777, stroke 1307.
Surfy Momo's no blue.
Asiana 777, stroke 1307.
We are using so much fuel. We've got plenty. That's the good thing. Why is he telling me to contact him? Tokyo Tower, All Nippon 77.
Sorry, All Nippon 77, disregard. Break, Hotel Lima Charlie 102, Tokyo Tower, runway 34, correction, wind 080 to 1.
He's trying to get the Asiana behind to contact him.
Clear for takeoff.
34 right, clear takeoff, Charlie 3, Hotel Lima Charlie 102.
Vruden It was the Asiana behind, this guy. They're trying to get him to change his squawk code. Could be an A340 actually. Frames at Haneda have dropped below 6 just watching us hold. Wow.
China 7 correction, All Nippon 77, runway 34 right at Charlie 2, line up on the way.
Line up and wait, runway 34 right via Charlie 2 on Nippon 77. That's all prepped, ready to go. So, straight out departure. At 700 feet, at or above, we then begin a right turn direct Torum. And then I'm going to scramble to get autopilot fired up as quickly as I can.
Look at Tower Asiana 777. At the holding point of runway 34, right?
Check squawk 1307.
Got a crosswind, quite a decent crosswind as well. Part brake on, we'll wait for him. If he's a heavy, we need a little bit of extra separation. Rode fib, took us from Osaka, nice one. Kansai or just Osaka International? Right, it's going to be great fun. I'm going to spend a lot of time trying to learn it though, that's the only thing. New bricks. No, a couple of people were mentioning it in the members lounge in Discord yesterday, but I've not really heard of anything, to be totally honest. Myself, I've had a rather hectic week at work, so I've not really kept up to date with everything across the forums and all that sort of thing. I have heard that you can change a file somewhere and it changes or fixes a bit of a memory leak. But definitely interested in giving it a go. In fact, my frames are now almost 20, dropping to 6 on occasion. Bizarre. It's the sort of thing that a SOBO should surely be finding during testing progress or processes.
Nippon 77, thank you for waiting. Windows 08-010, runway 34 right at Charlie 2, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 34 right on Nippon 77. Ta-da, stable. 2 clicks. Flex, SRS. Already playing with a crosswind. Thrust set. Quite a bit of rudder input here actually. A lot of rudder input. V1, rotate. Oh, there we go, bit of opposite aileron and stuff there as well.
Tower offering 1770, holding short, Charlie 2.
6, 7. Dominican, hello. Look at that for a skyline.
77, correction. All Nippon 77, contact. Monitor Unicom 122 decimal way.
Monitor Unicom 122 decimal 8 for All Nippon 77. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Okay. Another station calling, say.
It's the second time I've pressed that. Let's try it again. There we go. Yikes. So working to avoid sort of the main city of Tokyo there as we fly direct up and out away from the city. Oh, hello. There's a threat. Where is he? Now this is going to be interesting, because he's climbing straight towards me. There he is. Oh my god. I don't know what they're doing. They're definitely crashing though. And out away we go from Tokyo. This is MSFS live weather Dominican. I don't have Rex. Never really saw the point of it, to be honest. I tend to find that MSFS live weather is actually pretty good these days. There's 180, decrease flaps, disarm spoilers, and away we go. Where is that now? I don't know what aeroplane that's supposed to be, but he's here somewhere. Oh, there he is. What the? I have no idea. I don't know. The things you see on VATSIM sometimes, just mind-blowing, isn't it? Anyway. Out we go. Over wonderful Tokyo. Let's see, we want these views. Oh, now we're talking. Automator, hello to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time we'll be offering hot entree. Today's menu will be chicken with...
Consequator, it's in the description for today's live stream. There's 3 links and it's all of the scenery that we've used today, including the Haneda improvements. Stop walloping. He's alright, he's not caused us problem directly, so it's all good. Oh, look at that. I've got to try and get that on an exterior screenshot as well. Oh, there's Haneda in the distance as well. I don't really know what that guy's doing actually, to be honest. I can see him buzzing the tower at the moment, literally buzzing the tower. All of today's screenshots, again, will be on Volanta, of course. Live weather looks remarkable, doesn't it? Beanie Basher, the scenery stunning, really nice, isn't it? Alex F, the cabin PA. Good question. It's from flightsim.to. And it's called the Luke Air Tool. It's free to download, free to use. Yeah, really nice. Nubrix. It's even better when you realise it's a real person who's absolutely hopelessly lost control of his aircraft above Tokyo. Thankfully, not for real. Could you imagine? Oh. The absolute chaos. I mean, look at that though. It just never gets boring. It looks remarkably good, and I've just realised we've levelled off at 15. We need to climb 17. We go standard. Standard. We'll turn these off properly now. Getting distracted by the wonderful views. And that can come off too. What exactly is Volanta, and would I use it as a GA pilot. So Volanta itself is just one of those bits of equipment, if you like, for the sim. Just helps you track all your flights, monitor your flight progress, get some landing ratings, and all that sort of thing, really. And for Volanta Premium, I think it is, you can also add your screenshots and things to your flights as well. I think everybody's gone offline now, but there's about 20 aircraft going up to Chitose, new Chitose still. I mean, it's a massive line of people. If I show you Volanta now, that is the current state of, I mean, all of Japan's pretty much just gone offline. We're here at Rover at the moment. There's a whole load of aircraft still departing and making their way out of Haneda, climbing up over Tokyo Bay away from the main city centre areas. And then we've got this big line heading past Fukushima, Yamagata, Sendai, Takadate. Big line of aircraft. I mean, look at that. All in front of us. All heading to New Chitose, which is up here. Just south of Sapporo. There's our first route that we did, that little greyed out line. Tomorrow we're going to be flying out of the brand new Nuremberg airport scenery via Aerosoft. They've given us an early preview version of it, and we're going to be heading on a real-world BA route that starts in the summer this year, down to back to Heathrow. Chitose, thanks. Nighthawk, which Osprey just took off from runway 34 right in Tokyo? I think it was J, I believe. Yeah, J. Osprey 1770. It is midnight in Japan at the moment, but I kind of wanted to see it through the daylight, so I've wound the time back quite early, just so we have a daylight flight, if that makes sense. But we could always move it a little bit further forwards, so it's a bit later in the evening, should people wish. Who have we got flying along actually on this sector today? Is it just J for this second sector? Called a conga line, yes. You know what? We bolted on by accident to this event by sheer luck, I think. I didn't even realise there was an event on, which is great. We bolted onto the very tail end of it. Evo, thanks. Blend of high and ultra. I've got a bit of a mid-range system as well. It does go to show you don't have to spend thousands and thousands of pounds to get it looking good. Oh, nice. Nighthawk's got a screenshot of Jay taking off. So Romeo Juliet Charlie Charlie is the 4-letter code for New Chitose. And at the moment the winds are 350 degrees at 22 knots and the temperature is -1 degrees. There's reports of stratus at 1,000, few clouds 1,000, broken at 10,000. Yes, Mike Delta Hotel, I agree. Hopefully I've got the timing right, so as we get to late descent, we will then get a bit of sunset creeping in, I hope. Mount Fuji just beyond the wingtip there, poking up over the cloud right on the horizon. Big old racetrack down there. Potentially, actually, that could be. Let's check Volanta a second. That could be. What are we? Where are we? Okay, no, it's not where I thought we were. Need a bit of horizon reference just to re-centralize the drone camera. What is the local time that I've got it set to at the moment? Let's have a look. 15:29. So what is sunset time in Sapporo? Let's have a Google. Sapporo sunset time. 5:46 PM local. Sunset in Sapporo, Hokkaido. 5:46. So maybe we need to do that cheeky little fast forwarded time. That's our cruise, flight level 330. Bit of a low cruise today. So New Chitose has got 2 runways, well it's got 2 runways actually. Runway 01 left and 01 right, or 19er right, 19er left. Winds at the moment are 350 at 22 knots, so 01 left or right would be the ones that are to be in use at the moment, potentially by the looks of it. And if I go forwards up to, let's see if Chitose Tower's still online. They might have gone offline. Yes, they have. Damn. But it looks like there's an aircraft just landed on runway 01 right. There's a Korean Air that's on approach, so we'll see what they do as well. And it'll be a flip between 01 left or right, really. Look at those clouds. We've got the scenery for this as well. Bit of Freeware. simultaneous parallel approaches in place here, apparently, which is rather cool. And the stars. What are we looking at? YOTEIS. YOTEIS South. YOTEIS South of runway 01 right, by the looks of it. What else have we got here? Yeah, YOTEIS South runway 01 right. It's the only one. Aaron, of course they did. Fantastic. RJCC arrival. Is it the ILS 01 right, Zulu or Yankee? Usually it's if in doubt use Zulu. So we'll use Zulu and YOTEIS South. Insert. Basically it's just direct in. Yotai, Yosai. Happy days. And we got some contrails. I need to do more flights with Japan Airlines as well. One world partner. As I was saying a little earlier on when we were going to Haneda, if you want to get your hands on the any of the freeware that we've done today, whether it be from Kobe or Tokyo Haneda, or indeed this new Chitose that we're about to arrive into in about probably an hour from now, then all you've got to do is find the links in the description for today's live stream, and it will take you to flightsim.to where you can download all of those. The Luke Air tool is also available on that, so you just type in Luke Air tool, all one word, into flightsim.to and it'll load up too. And you'll be able to use that with the cabin announcements and things as well. And they've got a free version of basically like a Pack X, but it's part of their freeware called Pack Sim, and you can get that for free too as part of the package with the Luke Air tool. So it's worth a go. Out in HMW, flew to New Chitose yesterday, leg 12 in the IVAO IFR World Tour with really nice scenery. Awesome. How many legs in total do you have then in that one? I'd imagine there's enough to keep you busy for a little while. You've reminded me actually, I need to get a Fly UK flight in. I had the warning email about a week and a half ago. Alan's saying the standard of freeware generally higher than ever before for the latest gen flight sim. And I'd agree with you actually. I think it's remarkable with what a lot of these sort of freeware developers, all volunteers, have been able to do. Point in case, the fantastic pushback toolbar that we've got thanks to ambitious pilots. A lot of snow down there, a couple of mountains. "52 legs, nice." Yeah, a lot of the payware that's coming out to the sim now is just remarkably good as well, really setting the bar high for a standard across both payware and freeware. Tomorrow's it's going to be payware Aerosoft Nuremberg. It's a pre-release, it'll be coming out next week, and we'll be departing there in the flybywire A32NX, British Airways livery, and a upcoming real-world Speedbird flight from Nuremberg to London Heathrow. And upon arrival back into Heathrow, we've got the new Any Scene, Any Builds London Heathrow Airport scenery as well, also payware for MSFS, and it's just been updated again over the last 2 days or so with some additional tweaks for approaches on runways 27, left and right, and a little tweak to the VDGS as well, I believe. But it's got VDGS so we can park with SafeDock when we get back to Heathrow, which is quite cool. So that's tomorrow's stream, 1 o'clock. The links aren't yet available on the channel because I've not got round to adding it on to the schedule, but it'll be on there. John Kim, greetings. We're on a group flight from Haneda to Chitose. Fantastic. Good evening to you. Justin, yeah, so we're using live weather, but we've wound the time back a little bit to capture that sunset as we make our way into New Chitose, hopefully at least anyway. But you're right in saying there, the ATIS and everything stays with live weather too. Justin, yeah, it's a frustrating process with the MSFS marketplace, which is why I actively avoid it, and I don't recommend anybody ever uses it, to be totally honest. It goes through this very, very lengthy review process, which just takes forever and a day to get stuff added in. And then, of course, if a sim update comes along and it breaks everything, you've got to wait up to 2 weeks for that to be patched via the MSFS marketplace. Even if a developer fixes it that day and uploads it to their own sort of website or sim market, Contrail, Orbex, whatever it might be, that very day you've still got to wait 2 weeks for MSFS marketplace updates sometimes. It's too long. But I've long been an advocate of not using the marketplace, sadly. I think it leaves a lot to be desired. How are we doing here? A lot of real thick cloud. Whitey Hanker, so 240 and in. Wow, blasting along. 70 knot crosswind. We're passing to the east of Fukushima at the moment, which is all down below this thick sheet of cloud. But that's where we are at the moment. We'll do that awesome little GoPro view that we like to do over the dash. Ah, John Kim, I did not know that either. So effectively we stumbled across 2 events, both at the same time. You guys enjoying a nice group flight, and VAT Japan having a beginners event too. Keep smashing the like button, guys, while you're here as well. See if we can get to 100 before we reach New Chitose. Having a little look at the YOTEIS south arrival, we're going in via NAVER. Let's get NAVER graph up. Flying in via NAVER. And we'll be descending throughout. NAVER is on a radial, 35 DME radial 201 from the Chitose VOR 1169, so we will tune that too. But we have to be at YOTEIS at or above 2,000 feet. And it's showing you there the DME gap between NAVER is 19 nautical miles to YOTEIS. Transition level 140 at the top. So we've got that pinned. We can clear Tokyo Haneda. And we can clear the Rover 2 Alpha departure. So we've got the approach. And we want ILS Zulu runway 01 right, which looks like this. And you can see our minimums at the bottom here, 257 feet. Barrow, airport elevation of 70 feet. Threshold elevation of 57 feet. And a final approach called 002, and missed approach data on the little strip there, which we'll have a little look at as we get a bit closer. We can see the military side of the airfield over there. We're not going to be worrying about that too much. We're going to be landing on 01 right over this side of the airfield, which is charted. And we can either vacate a Bravo 4 or Bravo 3. I'll probably use low auto brake, full flap, reverse idle if I can get it in with the Turtle Beach Velocity 1 that we're using. We'll try and vacate Bravo 4 to cross over towards the little terminal. Parking spots wise, we're going to be parking on the arced domestic terminal area around here. Hoping this scenery is going to look fantastic when we get there. We'll find out. Potential for it to look fantastic, especially with that sort of buildings layout. But nothing too complex for this one. Try and get gate 10 at Chitose, then you can watch your plane at the gate from the balcony and grandstand above. Fantastic. Make a little note of that, gate 10. Aaron asking, am I only on VATSIM or do you appear on both VATSIM and the local server? Good question. Purely just VATSIM, only VATSIM. For VATSIM you have to turn all of your other multiplayer systems off, so you're only on that one network. Otherwise it can get very confusing with multiplayer aircraft doing their own thing, and it no doubt easily conflict with sort of like ATC instructions and all that sort of stuff. Let's see, what view do we want? Maybe that for a little while. Brunan, is there any scenery for it? Aerosoft's Nuremberg's looking pretty good as well. A lot of detail gone into that, and it's created in partnership with LimeSim, which are the guys behind Berlin-Brandenburg, which is fantastic German scenery in MSFS. So I'm looking forward to showing you guys that tomorrow, and then hopefully, weather permitting, I'll be doing some real flying on Monday. But sadly the price has gone up quite a bit because of the fuel prices in the UK going up a bit. Or quite a bit recently. With Kai, what speed is the flight director measuring in? Because it said 240 on my flypad, it said 400. So the flight director, I think you mean that the primary flight display here measures, it gives you knots, but it's indicated airspeed. Whereas the bit that says 400 is likely this section here, which is either your true airspeed or your ground speed. if that helps. So you can see here we're flying at about 277 knots, which is also Mach decimal 78, which is at the bottom left of the PFD. But that also equates to a ground speed of 482 knots, and that's the speed we're passing over the land, and that's with a bit of a 55 knot crosswind / tailwind, if that helps. But because we're at higher altitude, we go to change the throttle, it's now changing it in Mach, which is Mach decimal 78 or 80. We can go all the way up to 80 if we wanted to. Well, you know what, potentially they could be using it as an excuse to raise the prices. It's almost at 300, it's almost at 250 pounds an hour, which is just crazy amounts. Look at that cloud. You had it in your fly pad. Where? Oh, that is your ground speed. So your ground speed is your speed, which is that little one there on the top left of the nav display. But this is your indicated airspeed on the speed tape on the PFD. Oh, nice. Great route. What livery? EasyJet? $8,000 F-16 sitting out there among many other aircraft. Wow, that's fantastic. Well, so £250 an hour roughly. It was 215 for the PA-28. A little bit cheaper for the Cessna 152. That was about £195 an hour, I think, or £185 an hour. But it's a Cessna 152 and it's a horrible looking aeroplane, so I don't want to fly that. The PA-28's gone up, I think it's another £20–30 an hour, which is quite a lot of money, especially for people in my boots that are about to go into navigation over the next couple of lessons. You know, you start going into navigation, you're flying 3–4 hour flights. I don't know. Thing is, you can't really question it, can you? Kai, yes, depends on the scenario. The aeroplane will put 1+F in. A lot of snow caps ground down below. Rudin, yeah, it does. So take 50 off for the instructor, basically. Well, very pricey. Like the nav will be effectively 750 quid for that one lesson when I do my first navigational flight, and then the additional ones after that, the same price. Yeah, and the sad thing is, it's going to cut a lot of people off being able to fly. It's caught me at a horrible time because we're trying to sell our house and buy a new one. And that's pushing our finances quite a bit anyway. Joey, I'm not sure. I've not refreshed anything for a little while. Yeah, flying in the US is probably about half the price, sadly, for those of us in the UK. That's why a lot of people go across to A lot of people go across to Florida to do their flight training from the UK to try and get their airline pilot's license and things like that. Trying to think what the name of this phenomenon is that we're actually flying through at the moment. I can't remember the name of it. It's the effect of sort of flying as if you're flying over waves. I can't remember what it's called now. Well, I was going to say weight turbulence, but I don't think it is weight turbulence off the top of my head. Feisty Frog, welcome on board. Rudin paid $225 for the plane, $65 for the instructor 5 years ago. Wow, good grief. Jay, when it got PPL, it was $75 an hour in the 172 SP. Oh, wow, that's insane. And it was indeed Florida, of course it was. Joey's saying it's pretty expensive out here in Canada as well. It used to be cheaper, but the prices went up and it just sadly got too costly. I mean, I've not flown in 4 weeks and I've still got so many exams left to do as well. Hoping Monday I can do my communications exam. Just one again, just one of the exams, get it done. And it's things about you know, squawking and certain phrases and what it all means. With Kai, I try and do 2 a week. Sometimes 3. It depends as well what's going on. So if there's a lot of stuff coming soon to the sim and my inbox gets filled up, then I might spend a bit of time doing some sort of preview content videos and things like that too. Buden, sorry to hear that. And that's where flight sim becomes fantastic. Mike Delta Hotel, how many hours in total from first lesson to license? So the CAA require you to fly for 45 hours as a legal minimum for license issue. I think I'm only at 8. Which kills me, because I'm going to have to spend a lot of money doing just lots of extra flying before I can even do my conversion test when I've got a bit of time off and things. $120 to the runway. There is NAVER. So what are we saying? We've got to be at 2000 by YOTEIS. And it's telling us we're going to need about 110 nautical miles for that, which pretty much almost means we're at top descent. In which case, once that 120 gets to about Let's have a little look here. Let's go sideways for a little bit. Yeah, give it about a minute or two and we'll start to plug the descent in, I think. Hi Delta Hotel, yes. It's crazy, isn't it? And you change that to you compare that against 215. Let's have a look. So 215 times 45, 9,675. But once you change the £215 an hour to 250, it becomes 11,250 for the same license. And you know, can you justify spending the extra money? I guess the problem is once you've started, you don't really want to throw it all away, do you? Oh, Vuden. That's logical, isn't it? That's so frustrating. Let's see. I'm pretty confident we could get a continuous descent to 2,000 now, but I think maybe we'll reassess at 12. We'll reassess at 11. I mean, interestingly, it's 80 miles to Idemi, so perhaps that descent calculation is a little off. But it's telling us 110 nautical miles to get from 330 to 2,000. Brandam, hello. Feisty Frog, I'd love to part buy, but again, that's just crazy money, isn't it? So I don't know if it'll ever work out that way. I'll probably end up still renting. I did some sort of maths calculations recently, which suggested to me as though actually the price difference didn't really make too much of a hit between the two. It didn't really make much sense or much difference. Okay, well the guys that are just in front are starting to descend as well. MDH, I thought, well, I wish I was starting a career, but no. Sadly, that won't work out for me. Especially now, I mean, the prices now are so insane. You know, an airline pilot's license now, a full frozen ATPL, that would have cost £100,000 or so, with the fuel prices and the way the schools are going at the moment, you'd likely be paying about £125,000, which is ridiculous. It's the price of a flat. So, oh, you've got better things to spend your money on, I think, but I guess for some it's chasing the dream. The thing is, at what point do you assess that it's too much money? With guys asking, if you move your camera view against the cockpit window, do you get buggy glass reflections? I've never noticed. Let's have a look. How do you mean? Like this? Can't notice any. Nice, Brian, near Gamston. Fantastic. flew in there for maintenance freebies sometimes. Wow, fantastic. Love it. The main panel, quickly move it left to right. I'm not really sure what you mean. Like that? I mean, it's stuff that I wouldn't ordinarily do anyway, so I don't think I'd notice the bugs, I guess. What do you reckon? Have we nailed the estimated sunset?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now making our final approach. Please securely fasten your seatbelt. Please return your seat and table to the original position. Please place your baggage under the seat in front of you. Please refrain from using the lavatory. Thank you.
Let's check it. 80 miles. I think we can, yeah, I think we can keep this going down to all of this now. And actually, I've forgotten to take our managed speed, or turn managed speed back on actually. So that's 16. You know what we need to do as well? SR, RJCC. So winds 340 at 19 knots. We need to add the destination data because I've completely forgotten. QNH 1000. I might as well use that rather than convert it. -1 for a temperature. Dew point -5. 340.19. Transition altitude and everything's done, and we need the ILS Zulu minimum as for runway 01 right with the ILS, and it's 257 feet. Into Barrow, full flaps, 128 approach speeds, and that's the performance data done for arrival. There's a TCAS warning for someone in front, but they are quite a bit further ahead on our 11 o'clock and descending. There you go, 29052. That's easy. Got a couple of TCAS actually, there's two. Neither of them should be in much conflict. There's YOTEIS 2000, 60 miles to go roughly. First solo is always a nerve-wracking time, isn't it? Some people end up singing songs to themselves throughout the whole thing to get them through it. Right, 10,000. Or passing 10,000, so that's the music off. Decelerating. Let's get all the lights on. We want auto brake low. We might not need to use the ground spoilers, so let's arm them ready. Touchdown. Yeah, once you're up, you've got to get yourself down with no help. It's a nerve-wracking experience for sure. Chitose VOR 1169. I don't think I've added that in either. Look at us scrambling to get all this done. So ill prepared. There we go. Che. 11775 ICH and of course 002. Perfect. So Freeware new Chitose. Is the PMDG 737 going to be free? No, it's going to be payware. Nobody knows what price it's going to be, but they estimate it to be around what's it going to be? Probably around 60 to 80 quid each, or 50 to 70 quid each. But it's going to be very good. Oh, that wind shear just suddenly got a tailwind. And see, that's what wind shear can do. That tailwind all of a sudden drops your airspeed. If you're flying on final approach too slowly, you'll end up stalling. And that's what crashes aeroplanes. Interesting, we just saw that actually happen as well. 3 TCAS, they all seem to be converging on each other as well. We're about to poke through the clouds. With kite it does, yeah, sometimes. So we are on YOTEIS South, our nav arrival. We'll call up at NAVER, depending on what's around us on TCAS. Remarkable developers, aren't they? Let's do 6,000 for a minute, because I think we've feel like we've still got 50 to go to YOTEIS. So, to be honest with you, our top of descent might have been a bit ambitious, or our rate of descent might have been a bit too high. But we're going IMC, bit of cloud surfing, and that sun, as we were hoping, started to go down. Look at that. How many likes are we at? 86. Tickle a few more, see if we can get to 100. And we wanted a bit of a sunset, didn't we? So let's wind this forward a little bit. To about there. Oh. Now we're talking. Oh yes, exactly. What's our touchdown going to be? Is it going to be as smooth as our arrival into Haneda? 8 more likes to go. So we want to be at YOTEIS at 2000 to intercept the glide slope, but YOTEIS is, according to the charts, mandatory 2000. So that's something we need to be careful of. Which also means that for about 12 miles, no, for about 8 miles, we're going to be flying level at about 2,000 feet. So I might do 2.5. We haven't got any ATC online. And we're just cloud surfing still.
Chitose, January 112 direct, YOTEIS descent 2000.
New Chitose traffic, All Nippon 77, A320 Neo 6,000 feet, 10 miles south of NAVER, inbound YOTEIS, South RNAV arrival, expecting ILS Zulu runway 01 right, New Chitose traffic. Jay's landed safely, good stuff. 30 miles to YOTEIS. We can definitely lose 4 in that time, 4,000 feet, so easy peasy into the cumulus. And it's picking up icing, so it's not giving us that ice not detected warning that we usually tend to get. From NAVER, I'll then get the nose down to 2,000 for YOTEIS, but I might do a reduced rate of descent using vertical speed mode.
Bravo Victor X-ray 1770, say your altitude, sir.
There's YOTEIS, both 2,000 on the constraints there.
555.
See your altitude, sir.
Altitude, passing flight level 160 for operating system.
Mukawa VOR 1164 needs to get tuned in for missed approach. That's going to be 155. If we do go around. Missed approach for this, folks, is climb to 6,000 feet on a heading of 002 degrees, then turn right inbound via the MKE VOR, radial 335 to the VOR and hold at 5,000 and contact Chitose approach. Or, in our case, continue on Unicom. Go down to 2. Just monitor the rate of descent. Let's do perf, activate approach phase. That'll do. 20 miles to YOTEIS, so a little bit of deceleration. And we start our final descent in. 31 miles to Che, apparently. The Chitose VOR. And that's only a couple of miles from the actual threshold though. I'm going to say about 4 miles or so. Cabo hasn't seen the flybywire aircraft in a long time, but it seems pretty good. Yeah, you know what? They've made remarkable progress. We get cloud base coming up as well. We're just starting to see below the cloud all the water below. The sea. Look at that. Miles to Yotai. I'm just going to hold green dot for now, I think, and as long as we are 2,000 feet by Yosai, which is 60 ME from the threshold, then we'll be good. Airport elevation 7,000, 3-degree glide slope, minimum's 257. Look at that. And there's the ice. The sort of sad thing is though, the ice kind of ruins the screenshot. And it's one thing Asobo obviously still haven't quite sorted out. We go to the wing views, you can pick up the ice on that as well. Look at that. Looks cool though. Keep it 1,000 foot per minute for now. There we are. You guys wanted to see a sunset for the end of our final leg into Chitose, Sapporo. Very nice. Weather radar, absolutely. Really, really needed. Much needed. $220 for now. We're almost skimming the rest. Albertino, hello! How'd you get the ice on the aeroplane? Fly through lots of cloud. But yes, then you can get an aircraft that looks like that. Ay, ay, ay. Oh dear. Looking good though. Almost at 2,000 feet. That's the bit that always confuses me. Go through a bit of thick cloud and then that happens. Always a little bit odd. Ice. I was wondering what that was. Fantastic. I did see some flashing a second ago here. Somewhere. There. Fantastic. Yotai 5. 0. We'll do left 030. And we're level at 2,000 now.
Traffic Korean Air 2901. We are short final runway 01 right.
It's a race to get in before the sun goes down now, I think. There's Chitose, the runway. and Yosai 2000 on the glide slope. So at the moment we're arm approach mode. It should maintain 030 as we've asked it to do so until we start to capture. And at this point now I'll go back down towards green dot and decelerate. New Chitose traffic, All Nippon 77 passing Yotai 15 miles. Runway 01 right. Chitose traffic.
Chitose, advise the Legionnaire 110, vacate runway 01 right, crossing 01 left.
Look at this, like a big ice sheet. Over the ports. Wonderful. Absolutely awesome. Let's go flaps 1 plus F for now. And I want to have a little look to see if anybody's behind us. Kind of hoping that the ice would start to melt a little bit, but hey ho, perhaps not. Let's keep an eye on things in the flight deck. What are we now? 11 miles, flaps 2. New Chitose traffic on Nippon 77 established, ILS runway 01 right, 10 miles, New Chitose traffic. So it was 5,000. Missed approach. Gear down. Leave in 2 and over the water.
At 3,000, Osprey 1770,
Laps 3, nose is quite high. Look at that. Awesome coastline. Vrudunier, it pretty much can.
Chitose traffic, Korean Air 2901, we are vacated runway 01 right.
Very snowy dock. Rather nice. There we go, look at that. Awesome. Okay, let's monitor. 5 miles. All flat. Good grief. How low is this cloud base? Creeping in over the airfield. Oh, it's wonderful, isn't it, Pruden? Absolutely magical. See from Independence Day. 11 knot headwind for us. And we'll turn the autopilot off and fly the rest of the way in. 2 red, 2 white. And we're nice and stable.
$1,000.
Little adjustments. Let the glide slope recorrect, and we want to get the nose back down to about 700 foot per minute or so. A little bit of turbulence over this, making it a bit interesting. This looks fantastic.
500. 500.
This is where you can't rely on the flight director because it's just bouncing around everywhere. You want to look at the diamonds and look at, well, now we just want to look at the runway really. If you're visual with the runway, you don't need the PFD.
300.
Well, the more manual flight, the better.
200.
Love it. It's weirdly enough swept into a slight crosswind now. Of course it has.
100.
Icy runway.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5,
oh, holding the flare. Oh. Is that snowdrift? Literally looks like a snowdrift moving across the runway. There you go, pretty much similar touchdown rating there. A lot of snow on the ground there.
Establish the localizer 01, right approach.
Oh, look at the terminal. Chitose traffic on Nippon 77, runway 01 right vacated, Bravo 4. Disarm the spoiler. Question is anybody coming? Oh. Now, let's quick time. I'm keeping the strobes on because we're about to cross the runway, but I want to capture these guys touching down. That's J, I think. We turned lock mode off. Or drone follow mode off, I should say. Dude, that was butter. Thank you very much. Oh, this is looking good. Doing it for Osprey Airways. Oh, so smooth. Great job. Let's get across.
皆様、飛行機は間もなく停止いたしますが、安全のためベルト着用サインが消えるまでお座りのままお待ちください。Ladies and gentlemen, the aircraft will come to a stop in a moment. However,
Look at this.
please
That's a
keep
Star
your
Wars
seatbelt
livery.
fastened whenever the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign. Thank you.
Due to the state traffic operator 1770 is vacated runway 1 right at Bravo 5.
Hey, thanks. Put that back onto auto. And we wanted stand 10, but it looks like it's potentially taken here, right at the centre of the airfield. Oh, let's see. We're going to want to go left here, followed by right. We go right past this guy. Oh, hello. So that stand's just become free. Let's park next to him. That's stand 14 now, actually. 14. 12, 11, 10. We'll go the other side of that triple then. Stand 3. Apparently stand 10 has got some good bits of the scenery where you can overlook the aircraft.
Chitose traffic, AGRIS 320 with you 4 miles to final runway 01 right approach.
That's Star Wars livery. Mega. Stand 10's taken. Yeah, it's that thing up there, look, the little roof terrace. Japan Airlines 73, good stuff. Could have picked a closer stand. We'll do 3. Probably quite easy to do in real life. You just set the tiller to this nice continuous curve and just follow it around. There's stand 3, wonderful. Let's pop light off. And we turn in. Yeah, everything you see today, folks, is part of the AIG model matching. Almost, but I just noticed the BDGS, but it says stop in reverse. Road to fib, fantastic. You know what, let's go a little bit further forwards. Here comes the Osprey. You know what, that'll do. I'll break something otherwise. So we'll get that done. Aircraft, jetway. Ah, boo, it's not going to work. That's a real shame.
Chitose traffic, AGRIS 320, vacate runway 01 right and cross runway 01 left.
Odd that hasn't worked. Perhaps maybe I needed to be a little bit closer forwards. But anyway, that's everybody touched down. We've got one that's just touched down there, the Asiana flight that was behind us out of Narita. Sorry, Haneda. We zip back all the way round. This is the new Chitose Airport freeware scenery, available on flightsim.to. Looks really good at night time as well, has to be said. International terminal over on the far side over there. And then this continuous curve all the way around. That fantastic Star Wars livery. On a triple. There's Rhoda Fib. If we drop in, perhaps too far down. There we go. We can see us through the glass. Very nice. Doe & Co. caterers ready for Jay. Only the best for Osprey Airways. Look at that. Looks brilliant. There we have it. Kobe to Tokyo Haneda, and then Tokyo Haneda to New Chitose in Sapporo further north. So basically we've worked our way north across Japan today. Hope you guys have all enjoyed it. Those of you who flew along as well, thank you very much for being part of today's live stream and flight, and thank you very much of course to all of our controllers throughout the journey too. Welcome to all of our new subscribers. If you've not done so already, please do hit subscribe below, and of course check out our website britishavgeek.com for loads of stuff, including all of our channel liveries as well. Tomorrow we're going to Germany, and a special preview live stream of the upcoming Aerosoft Nuremberg Airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator. We'll be heading back to London Heathrow to check out and put the new VDGS to the test as part of the new IndyBuilds London Heathrow scenery. Jay, great to hear. All the screenshots will go into Discord after the stream ends as well, of course. And again, as a reminder, if you wanted to get any of the scenery shown in today's live stream, then just check the description for today's live stream. All the links are in there for you guys to enjoy as well. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you all tune in tomorrow, same time, 1300 UTC, for a little bit more European VATSIM flights on MSFS 2. Take care.